So it's Romie here. This is the Scandal Recap, Season 5, Episode 15. Pencils down, because game time is over. The test part is over. The action part of the exam, the physical part of the exam begins. And Olivia is on her, you know what, I am woman, hear me roar. I am Olivia Pope. I am back. You will not let my presidential candidate, Millie Grant, go and be denied. Denied? How? Well, you're not gonna go and do everything that I say. We want a buzzer. We get to choose the color of the buzzer. We also get to choose the color of, what was it? There was a buzzer and something else that Olivia wanted because it was like she wants to make sure that Blabbermouth, aka pseudo Donald Trump, that's what I'm calling him. You guys know who I'm talking about. Pseudo Donald Trump won't go and out-talk and overrun everyone. And it's like Susan and pseudo Donald Trump are cool, so there's no way that I'm gonna go and give you guys any type of advantage. So Olivia's like, look, if you don't give me what I want, here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna take my presidential candidate, you know, the president's ex-wife, I'm going to take her and put her on a show that's on at the same time as yours, so you know, counter-programming and steal half of your ratings, and then what will you do? Who will speak to you who effed up and said, oh crap, you got one of our potential presidential candidates on our opposing network, and you didn't do whatever you could to make sure that didn't happen? So Olivia walks out, she storms out, and they're like, Liz is like, I'll leave her. Donald Trump, pseudo Donald Trump was like, oh yeah, whatever. The guy comes running after Olivia 10 seconds later because Millie's like, what's going on? Olivia is like, just wait for it. 5, 4, 3, 2, well, Olivia, okay, you can have the buzzer and the whatever and the stop clock, whatever it is. He was like, yes. So now about the podium. Now, we've switched over to Susan. Susan is rocking. I'm like, damn, I didn't realize. We knew Susan had a brain, but we didn't know how on she can be. I'm like, I could see her as a president. It's definitely more than Fitz, because what has Fitz been doing except for having people do everything for him? Susan definitely seemed like that was someone who would be hands-on. So shout out to Susan. Susan is killing it. She is killing it. Abby goes and it's like, na boo boo, Olivia, I wish you were here. Come on the winning side. Come on the winning side. Susan is rocking it. What are you doing? How is it going over there with Millie? It's like, you really have to ask? Millie is working for her, working with her. It's like pulling teeth. But you know what? I don't know. Maybe there's something wrong with me. But I really think that she could be president. And that's why I'm going to stick with her. So I'm like, alright, shout out to some form of loyalty. I mean, you screwed her man, at least you could do. Anyway, after that, Olivia goes, meets up with, what's his name? Eliza? Oh, Edison. Edison. Remember, he was the, like, one black guy that Olivia actually dated while the series was on. And, well, except for Brian, who turned out to be, you know. Anyway, so Olivia goes and learns that Edison is actually running for president as well. And so she just goes, has a talk with him. Edison wants to know, so you're not going to talk about that thing in Mulberry? It was like, what thing in Mulberry? Thank you. And she was just like, you helped me, you saved me, I owe you that. She was like, alright, Olivia, I don't believe you, but alright, if that's what we're gonna go with, that's what we're gonna go with. David is trying to talk to Abby about his sex life, and Abby's like, look, you shouldn't be doing this. This is wrong. I'm not going to stand for this BS. So, David goes, leaves her office, and Liz is like, I need you. And it was like, okay. So he goes with her, it's like, Susan? And here's the thing, Liz is trying to get David to go and act as Susan's significant other because they've been dating, and Susan, it's very important for optics to show that Susan is a family woman. She has a daughter, but to run for president, people of course feel like you need your other half to help and complete you, and there's some type of stability there. So Frankie's brother is stepping on Cyrus's toes this whole episode, and Cyrus is over it. Frankie's brother is the one who is very, very conniving. He's about do whatever it takes. I don't think that Frankie really knows how much his brother has done in order to get him to where he is now. Frankie really thinks this honest is the best policy, and doing right by everyone stick is why he got elected in through everything. And that's not the case. His brother is a snake in the grass. His brother has done anything and everything he could to possibly go and make sure Frankie got elected each time. So he's essentially kind of like his Olivia, almost. Not as tactful, not as skilled, a lot more shrewd, but still pretty much the same thing. Cyrus talks with Frankie, and Cyrus is like, you know, your brother's doing this, and Frankie's like, well, you know, it's my brother, that's my blood, we family. So we don't have a problem here now, do we? It was like, no, of course not. Of course we don't have a problem. It was like, oh, okay, good. Olivia conducts a focus group to see what people think about Millie. They think that she is a pretentious, stuck-up bitch. That's what they think. They think that she is a pretentious, elitist, stuck-up bitch. And Millie doesn't understand that concept. She really doesn't get it. It's like, so you're saying I have to change? And I'm like, Millie, don't change for anyone. See, we live in 2016. In 2016, you can be royally screwed up and people will accept it as long as they feel like it's the real you. I mean, it's insane. It is insane to a certain degree. So Olivia's like, yeah, of course you need to change. You need to soften it up. You need to do this, you need to do that. I'm like, no, that's not how you do it. You do the polar opposite. You show people, yes, I can be this and I can be that, but I can still help you, you, and you, you, you. Anyway, Olivia still has Quinn on Jake's tail, and it's a little awkward. Quinn was like, all right, we need to conduct part 2 because this whole surveillance from afar thing is not working. Quinn goes and befriends Jake's fiance. I'm like, oh my gosh, look at little Quinn. I forgot her original name, but she's back. She's back. She seems a little conniving and a little pushy, but she's back. I'm like, damn, does Jake's fiance need a friend or something? Because she was a little bit too willing to just give up that information and do this and do that. I'm like, you're the CEO of some company and you're... What? Where did they do that at? So, damn it. What's her name? So Red. Abby had the audacity to go and essentially tell Susan that Jake's cheating on her with a couple of people, but without saying, she was just like, damn, you know David, he's just such a hoe. He's going out with 2 or 3 women at the same time. And Susan, that throws Susan off of her game. Susan cannot deal. Susan cannot take it. She's just like, she's stumbling. She's just flabbergasted. She needs David, who's her rock right now. He is her rock. Everyone, like I said, is gearing up for their, in particular, campaigns. Pseudo Donald Trump is on this whole, oh, America, I eat bacon, and I should shoot at the gun range, you know. And, America. Susan is doing the traditional whatever. And Millie is still in the house because they're trying to prep her for... they're trying to prep her to make sure that she doesn't come off as elitist and as hard as stuck up and unapproachable. It's like, smile, that looked like a condescending smile. Look, that looked like a fake smile. It's like, try harder. Don't try at all. Olivia meets up with Frankie's brother, and Frankie's brother's like, look, I have something you want on Edison. You give me something that I need no, I have something what you want, which is on Susan. You give me what I need about Edison. You can do that, we'll deliver the goods. Olivia's on this whole, I am wearing that white hat. I will not do anything illegal. And she still sticks by it. And I'm over it. I'm like, Olivia, we don't believe you. We do not believe you. So they tell Millie to get her ass out of the house and go to I almost said a Whataburger. What is it called? A Liberty Burger? Or something like that. A Gettysburg Burger. Whatever it is. That, you know, that fake restaurant that they have on the show. And you know, she's doing very well, the questioning about, oh, she goes there all the time. And then she messes up and she's like, oh yeah, every Sunday we go. Really doesn't know that Whataburger, whatever the damn thing's called, is closed on Sundays. It is closed on Sundays. So everyone realizes she's a liar. And that's on national TV. So she's like, I'm ruined. Olivia, you ruined me. You better fix this. You better do whatever it takes. You better fix this. Olivia's like, I didn't tell you to lie. And I'm like, yes, you did. She's not being true to herself. So of course she felt like she had to lie. Huh? Cyrus thinks that he has a leg up because he learns that Edison's going to be running. And Frankie already knew that. Frankie is 10 steps ahead of Cyrus. And Cyrus needs to catch up fast because if he does not, Frankie is going to replace him. And I know Cyrus can't let that happen. So I'm sorry, Frankie's brother is going to replace Cyrus, and Cyrus can have that happen. So I'm wondering what Cyrus will do to combat that. Olivia goes and she meets up with her father. Well, actually, before that, David is talking to, oh, damn it, what's her face? Susan. And David realizes he actually likes Susan. She's a good person. The sex is good. Even though the sex is different and it's wild with Liz, that's not really a relationship. And David really is a relationship person. And so Liz is going to have to find out the hard way that David is over it. David's over it at this point. Anyway, Olivia goes and she calls on her father. Again, I don't know where this relationship came back together. I want to see the backstory and how the hell they came back together. And she wants to just be told that, you know what, Millie is screwed at this point. The only way that we can win, or at least not be so far behind, is if I do something wrong, which is go and release Edison's dark secrets in order to get something on Susan. And just tell me that I shouldn't do that. I'm supposed to be wearing the white hat. I'm supposed to fight for justice. No. Olivia said, just tell me that I should do that because it's about me, myself, and that I only care about myself. And at the end of the day, I shouldn't do anything that can, that won't put me in a position of power. Eli flips the script and says, you know what? What you need to do is stay true to who you think you are, and that's an overall good person. You don't want to turn into me now, do you? No? Alright then. So here's what you need to do. You need to stop letting Millie Grant be this fake, pseudo, nice housewife because she's not. Let her be the bee that she is, and let her be the bee that she is, and do her. That's it. This one man, this one black man, I know that's what he wanted to say, had your back. Just like I had your back, again, what he wanted to say but didn't say. And you're going to go and betray him? What the hell's wrong with you? Where did this person come from? Quinn is getting everything from Jake's fiance and realizes, oh crap, Jake's fiance submitted financial records, and when dealing with someone who's with the NSA, they don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. And that's when she realized that Jake is pulling some type of strings. I don't know if maybe he's going to use her, pump and dump her. I have no idea, literally, but he's in trouble. He is in a lot of trouble. Excuse me. Now, what do you call it? Jake has, what's his name? John? Henry? You know, his dude who kills for hire. He has him go and dig up some dirt. It's like, I need all the dirt you can get on, was it Edison? Yeah, on Edison. I need you to do that because that's the only way I can gain favor with Frankie. Liz is really thinking that David still wants to be in this sex relationship with her. No, that's not happening. David's over. He's like, I actually like Susan. She's a good person, so screw off. Go scratch. Olivia goes and speaks with Edison because this is when she finds out that Edison is running, and that it's like, wait a minute, how does Edison have, what's going on? Something is off here. Well, Edison already met with Olivia's father, and he's going to help him further his political career. And it's like, oh, so that's why your father doesn't want anything to happen to Edison. I actually just forgot that, and it makes sense why she did what she did at the end. I just made that correlation. Damn. See, that's why these reviews are good, because I have to think about what was going on. And anyway, Susan is back on it, and the president was just like, all right, Susan, good. So I'm going to ask you a question. What would you do about the financial deficit? And she gets stumped. And I'm like, Susan, get it together. What are you doing? Susan got stumped, actually, because of the fact that she was still thinking about, why did you cheat? Why do they cheat? Men. Well, actually, no, not men. Why do people cheat, period? Because, you know, Susan's very loyal. She is loyal to a fault. And just the concept of cheating is like, huh? And then it was like, how do you know? So how do you know? And it was like, well, everyone cheats for different reasons. But the thing is, do you think he's cheating? Is it possible? In your mind, honestly, then he probably is. And I'm like, that's the most sound advice that Fitz has ever given anyone on this damn show. And it's sad. Because he's supposed to be the president. Olivia goes and interrupts Jake's dinner with his fiance to have sex with him. To pretend to have sex with him. And she stops because she's like, I'm on to you. I'm going to find out what you're doing. And once I'm done, we are officially done. So essentially, she does the same thing that he did to her when he went in the apartment and fingered her. Anyway, Susan is essentially like, you know what? We're through with David. We're through. I know you're cheating on me. We're through. It's over. No. It's funny because Sally is freaking out. She's like, where's my questions? Where's my coffee? What's going on? I'm not ready. I'm so happy to see Sally like this instead of Miss Prim and Proper. Susan goes and tells Liz that she broke up with Jake, and Susan is over it because it's just like, wait, but we need optics and all that. She was like, don't worry, that's already covered. And Liz feels conflicted because it's like, David just broke up with her because of Susan, and now Susan broke up with him. And I think that made her in a weird way feel like, oh my gosh, Susan, I kind of love you right now. For multiple reasons, because maybe one, David and I came back together. Two, the guy's just such a jerk. And I'm like, Liz, you started this, stop it. And Susan was like, gosh, I always thought you were cold and heartless and insensitive, but you really get me, don't you? She was like, yeah, for this one moment that I set up, I actually did. So it's about time for the presidential debate to begin. And Olivia goes and decides, you know what, screw Edison. Edison's working with my father. That means that's my father's way of getting back into power, into the White House, and I'm not having it. So yeah, Frankie's brother, I'll give you all the information that you need and give me what you have on Susan. So, so next week, the dirt on Susan will be revealed. I cannot wait. I really can't. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. What you think of this episode. What you think of the damn hat I was wearing.